platform. So my name is Kerry Sloan, go by K Sloan. And man, we got a podcast that we running right now called BEALIGHT Podcast. Me and my dog Jay Jones right here. And man, we trying to be able to illuminate the darkness that's on social media. A lot of times I used to notice that I used to see a lot of negative content, a lot of fear-based content. I hollered at my dog one day. I was like, bro, like we got to try to find a way to put more positive energy into
Yeah.
this platform. You know what I'm saying? Like IG, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, whatever anybody use it. We finna move it to the clubhouse space, so we're gonna tap in with you, Shar. But man, we just trying to be for big facts. But we just trying to be a positive message and move that light out into the dark places and you know what I'm saying in the social media realm. So we appreciate the platform for real, Shar. I'll let my dog go ahead and introduce himself.
Man, Jerell Jones, like you said, part of the Be a Light podcast. Like you said, we just one day he called me one day. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's the shirt."
Yeah,
But
yeah,
one
yeah,
day he
yeah,
called
yeah.
me. He was like, "Hey, I want to start a podcast." I'm not really a speaker. I'm just, we coached football together. We worked together before. He's like, "I want to start a podcast." I was like, "All right, why you telling me?" He's like, "Cause you got to be the co-host." And I was like, "Ah,
Yeah.
man." I was like, "So when we gonna start?" He was like, "Today." Later that night, we started the podcast. And, from there, it's just been growing. We had a lot of great people on it. It's been fun, man. So I just appreciate being on here. Thanks for having us. But
Hey, always, man. I
yeah,
see y'all killing it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Y'all
real
definitely
talk.
killing with the podcast out there. Be the light, right?
Be a light
Be the
podcast
light
right there. This is the
podcast.
merch right
There
here.
you
Y'all want to tap in with us? Tap in with the
go.
light source. Tap in with the light source. There we
got it,
go.
It's
got
fire,
it.
man. I see y'all all over the place with the fire, bro. So I cannot be like, let me not put y'all on the podcast because me and Kerry, we bob out the Alchemist book. Like his daughter was playing at the park, and he's like, "Is that the Alchemist?" I'm like, man, he knows something. You don't really look at your book and be like, "Oh, that's the Alchemist." They always be like, "What's that book? What is it
yeah,
about?" So he knew
yeah.
off the back, and I'm like, okay, he knows something. Podcast came up, a lot more other things came up. He started talking about his partner. I'm like, okay, he's definitely woke. So why not have him onto the podcast? So hey, I'm glad to have you guys on the PEG podcast, telling everybody your story, man. That's what it's all about. Telling everybody your story and basically encouraging them. I like to tell people I can't motivate you because motivate start with the same letter M, like me. So I have to motivate myself, but I can empower somebody and I can pass that on but with inspiration. So by you guys coming on, y'all be able to empower somebody else today and inspire to move on to tomorrow. So,
Real
hey,
talk, real talk.
hey,
And
so
we appreciate it, man.
hey
We
man,
appreciate
let's
it.
get it, bro. Y'all give me so much fire, bro. Y'all really hype me up, man. My man's beard over there is really looking lustrous, bro. So
Man, that's them African berries. Anybody want to know that beard oil coming out? Be a light beard oil on the way.
Be a
Get
light
your
beard on.
hey, tap
I like
in,
that.
tap in, tap in.
Yo, so before we get started, we're gonna give a little word of prayer to the utmost high, and whatever your utmost high is, I like to give back. So you're gonna take a little second to give back and give thanks. All right. So I always like the guests to give it. So if you guys may be shy, hey, if y'all are shy, I definitely open it up. But one of y'all like, look, I'm gonna go ahead and give it back. Hey, give it back so we
Nah,
can give back to the most high. So which one of y'all want to go?
real talk, man. I got you. I got you. Let's go ahead and bow our heads real quick. Bow our heads real quick. So, dear Lord, thank you for this opportunity we have today to be able to tap in with the people and inspire the lives of many. Dear Lord, thank you so much for another opportunity, always and always. And in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hey, with the fire. So I gotta tell you guys what the message for the day. The message for the day is laws of attraction and laws of manifestation. And that's a deep topic. I get so many guests that come on, they talk about different things, motivating each other, people going to the Grammys, people getting awards that they never, but why laws of attraction and laws of manifestation? Like, why that? Why now?
Well, I tell you why. The thing is, Sar, what I've noticed is that a lot of times people end up in situations and they don't really know how they get there, right? It's
Right.
like you end up down a road, you didn't know how you got there, and you kind of find yourself lost, and you looking for different ways to kind of pull yourself out of that dark place. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing is law of attraction. Everybody hear law of attraction, law of attraction. It's like a buzzword, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the spiritual community. But when you talk about that law of attraction, is really bringing things into your space that you want to manifest in your life. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
So when talking about manifesting something in your life, you got to be able to speak it. You got to be able to live it. You got to be able to become that. And when you talk about becoming that, that's like every single day in every single way. Like you can't see something as small Every single thing matters, from the way you wake up and you brush your teeth to the way you go to bed at night. Are you praying? Are you meditating? Are you doing the right things? Are you ingesting the right types of content? You know what I'm saying? Those things I've learned have changed my life entirely. Like, I'm talking from the jump. I was an athlete. You know what I'm saying? I relied on football, relied on balling, and you know what I'm
No.
saying, doing my thing and kind of, living off my fame or whatever. But what I learned was I was empty on the inside, and I was attracting empty people to me. I was
That's deep.
attracted, yeah. I was bringing dead people in my space. No disrespect to anybody, but just the mindsets wasn't fruitful. They wasn't feeding me. And then when I learned that, you know what I'm saying, the down to the smallest thought that I have, if I change that and I make that something that's okay, I believe that I will be great today. You know what I'm saying? Positive affirmations, say those things to my, yeah, and create that internal dialogue with myself that always is supporting me. Like, I'm my biggest fan. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so
Really.
everybody that come in my space, they fans of me as well, and I'm fans of them. And it's like we spreading love, like podcasts like this. I attracted this. You dig what I'm saying? I attracted Jay
Yeah,
Jones into my space. You dig what I'm saying? So I'll let him add to that a little bit as well. But that's why, man, because right now we need to make sure within the pandemic we keep control of our psyche. We got to keep control of
mental,
this right here.
mental, yeah,
You dig
that
what I'm
your
saying?
mental is big.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
mental health is probably one of the biggest things. But like Kerry said, like the old school people say, birds of a feather flock together. So
Yo,
hey, for real though,
Always.
hey,
real.
Kerry, I ain't even gonna lie. Kerry and I, we not even people who like. Well, Kerry, he don't really keep in touch with people. So when we linked up after we stopped working together, it was like you never knew if we was gonna stay in contact. But I feel like God just put us in each other's lives, man. I would have never be on the podcast, and I love spreading positivity.
Yeah,
Having Kerry to motivate me, to be on this podcast helped me kind of spread my message.
that's
So, like you
crazy.
said,
He's like
laws of
this
attraction.
podcast.
You attract it. You think it, but then you have to act on it. You have to manifest it. Because a lot of people say, "I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this," but they never do it. So,
Man.
manifesting it is the most important thing. You got to put it to action. So,
Or
man,
Right.
do you think that when people say like I want this, I want that, and they bring that into their life and it actually shows itself, do you think people like, I didn't prepare, I'm not ready? You think they like really flee from that and they miss their opportunity?
a
That's
lot
the
of
fear.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
They're
ahead, Jay Jones.
afraid.
Go
No,
ahead.
that's the thing. I was just saying they're afraid of it. A lot of people, when God gives you that, and you like, I'm not ready. Sometimes you got to step out on faith. And really, when you mess up, it teaches you. So next time you do it better. So that's the
Real
thing with
talk.
us. Like I never wanted. I'm telling you, I never wanted to be speaking in front of people on the
Hey,
podcast or anything. But I just stepped out on faith, and now I feel like with experience, it's easy now. I get on it when we start the camera, when he say, "Hey, welcome to Be a Light Podcast," it's
yeah,
on. It's up.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
oh, my bad, Shark. Go ahead.
Oh, you guys got it.
Now I was gonna say, just to add to what he's saying too, with that fear, it's like that fear is not of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
Like,
are of God no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody feel like they believe. Whatever you believe in, the universe, God, some type of higher, whatever, you are of your highest self every time you step into the world. Like, fear
yeah.
is not your nature. Fear is not your nature. You are acting against your nature when you're afraid of things. So it's like, why would you ever go against yourself? Like, bet on you. Like, don't endorse the negative dialogue. Don't endorse it, because it's not you. It is not you. And I want people to really understand that. If you want something in your life, speak it into your life with conviction, and don't be afraid of nothing that come with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever come with that, you're gonna overcome that, because that's part of this jungle gym that is life. Like, we gotta go through this thing, figuring out ways, becoming stronger mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's all intertwined, and we got to make sure that fear is not in the base of that. We make sure we stand out on faith, like my dog said.
Yeah.
Faith. Believe in yourself, believe in God, and believe in people. Like, everything gonna work out for you if you got that type of belief. The world gonna get your way.
That's true, and I'm like I like how he's your boy said, like I honestly without that I'm not a talker either. Like
Yeah.
even the military, they be like, okay, teach this class. I'm like, why? Of all the people, like why me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I'm put on the spot, it's like either you gonna fold or you gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I decided I'm gonna do the podcast, I was just like you. It was like I don't know if I'm gonna do it. People gonna like me. Like when did I become important? You know what I'm saying? So I just did it. And next thing I know, I'm linking up with people across the world, and it's leading me to you. And today, the podcast is still going strong, a whole year strong, and I'm still linking up with people, bringing so much knowledge to the world. And it's like, man, I go in public, and people are like, I know you. I'm like, how you know me? You know
Yeah.
me, you feel me? You know me?
Yeah.
And they go to like, yeah, you do Forex or yeah, your podcast, and it makes me feel good because like, dang, y'all listening. You know what I'm saying? You know why you're like, don't come rob me or anything. You gonna get it. You feel me? But y'all watching, you feel me? Y'all listening. So,
Yeah,
yeah, like you said, you gotta at least do it. You owe yourself enough to go for it. You know what I'm saying?
man. I was listening to a word, man, and man, that word that was given to me said, you know what I'm saying, God give you a treasure, but he make you a human. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you human, so you gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna believe in yourself sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna make just the worst decisions, but you have a treasure. You know
yeah,
what I'm talking about? So like when that treasure ends up having to come forth to the forefront and you have to bless your brothers and sisters, you can't be shy with that treasure because it ain't yours.
it ain't yours. You gotta give it
It
up.
ain't it ain't yours. Like you gotta give it out. If it's a gift, that's why you in a position where you man, I gotta do this podcast. Like, why I gotta be the one to speak? It's like because you got the gift. And
Yeah,
everybody got their gift. So once you got that gift and you walk in front of somebody and they notice that and they feel it and they like, man, please help me.
yeah.
You
You
don't
have
have no
to. It's just
choice.
your duty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
you have
choice.
no choice. You
Gotta
gotta.
do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Hey, and on that fear tip, hey, like we talking about God, if God is with you, who could be
Yeah,
against you, man? Just
man,
go out and do it.
nobody.
That's true. That's
Nobody.
true. I had a guy named Keon Hunter on the last podcast, and he mentioned he's like, how can you say I said asked him like, do you think when you're going for the things you want that you have denial? He's like, denial of what? Scared of what? Because if I'm scared, then that's not what I really want.
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna go get it, I'm not gonna do everything to go figure it out. He's like, well, if you ask deep down, that's not what you really want. If you want it, you're gonna go for it. Fear or no fear, you're gonna go for it. All right, because you're gonna be like, well, if I mess up, I'm gonna find out. Somebody gonna tell me along the way, and it's about the learning process. And you gotta get addicted to learning. And when you said,
Facts.
I'm like, man, that's crazy. You gotta unlearn to relearn, because the way we've been
Yeah.
taught, man, is brainwashed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Brainwashed, and I like that you guys said the laws of attraction and laws of manifestation. So, how would each one of you guys define laws of attraction and laws of manifestation?
No, so we're talking about the laws of attraction, laws of manifestation. Again, the energy, what you do frequently becomes your frequency, right?
I like,
So if you doing it all the time, if it's something that you've made a habit and now you start to begin to habit stack something. So if I say, Shar, I'm gonna stop eating sugar. Like I'm done eating sugar. I'm not eating sugar no more. If I make a decision today, right? If I make a decision today and I say, okay, boom, like I'm done with the bonbons in the morning or the honey buns or donuts or
uh,
whatever. And that's the main, this number one spot where I know I go crazy on the sugar. I cut that today and I get it done. Then I do the same thing the next day. Then I do the same thing the next day. And maybe I slip up, but I say, all right, I made a decision. I committed to this. So the next day after that, I'm back on it. And I
mhm.
end up getting to the spot. They say it take 100 days. Actually, no, it takes 66 days to break a real habit. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people talk about the 30 days
The
things,
30
but
days.
yeah, you hear a lot about the 30 days, but you'll stop it, but you really still have that in the back of your mind
Yeah.
still. But for it to be
Mhm.
totally removed from your brain, they say it takes 66 days to remove the whole thought of that habit, that bad habit. So if I'm gonna do something for 100 days straight, and I'm gonna say, boom, I'm gonna do this because I believe in myself and this is something I want for me,
Mhm.
then it starts to become automatic, man. You start use that frequency is you now.
Yeah.
Now what you're doing frequently becomes your frequency. Now this is you. And it's like you can really bring things in your life like that with conscious thought. And that's what I'm talking about. That law of attraction and the manifestation is when we say we're gonna do a podcast, right? We all host of a podcast. We say we're gonna do a podcast, we think it in our head, we start to put the work into action, you know what I'm saying? We start getting the stuff to get together. We get the people to join us. We get the
Mhm.
belief in the podcast itself. We build the platform, and then boom, it manifests. Now we got it. It's tangible. You dig what I'm saying? And that stuff starts
Mhm.
from a thought. Don't nothing move quicker than thought. Like the thought. Once a thought come, like that's power. You gotta act on it. Now you gotta go execute. And that's what we talking about, that manifestation. That's what that means right there. Is
I like
taking that.
that.
Yeah, like it's real down to the real small steps, and that's how you make that great distance.
I do think like a lot of people that say, "Hey, I want to start a new business," or "Hey, I want to become the next rapper up or the next songwriter up." I do think they don't give it enough time. I think people when I tell people, "Hey, to go meditate They think when they go to sleep, they meditate. Boom, I'm gonna get my dream tomorrow. Well, your dream can happen tomorrow if you put that step. I'm like you. Where's the action? I can put it up here all day. If I'm not gonna put the action into it, it's just up here.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
gotta
up.
hurry up and make mistakes. You gotta hurry up and make mistakes. Like you gotta go mess it up.
I
Once you
Unless
go
mess it up.
mess, shoot.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
not with you. I mess up all the time, bro. I'm with you.
it
hey,
make you better, it make you stronger at the end of the day.
man. Once
It
you
make
start
you
messing that thing up, boy, you know what
Every
you
day.
not gonna do no more. You know exactly what you're not gonna do no more. It's
You
like,
like,
oh
all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
that didn't work. Let's try something else.
We good off that. We good off that. We
This is
done with that now.
crazy. Let's try something else. But it's
Right.
about trial and error. My wife actually made me realize that today. She like, cause I was like, I was getting mad with the computer. I'm like, man, this thing always making me mad when I'm ready to do something, bro. And I was like, I'm not tech savvy. And she's like, yeah, you are. And like, why did you say that? Because you do Google. What does that mean? She's like, people that does tech, they don't know nothing. They just troubleshoot it. And she said, I'm like, dang, I have been sleeping on myself. Because when I don't know something, I'm like, Google. Well, Google knows, and I be telling people like, hey, just go to Google, figure it out from here, and then find what you find. You know what I'm saying? So we
Oh
all tech savvy. We got it right here in our hand, man. We
right,
tech savvy.
man,
right.
Jay Jones always say it's the information age. We in the
It is,
information
man.
age.
Go
It's
get it.
right there, and that's the
Go get it.
crazy. It's right here. We won't even read it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like there's no reason for you not to know something. Like if you don't know it, you can always go and find it out at the drop. Like it's like it don't take nothing. Like you said, a quick little Google search can make all of your dreams come reality because ain't nobody redoing. Like it's like nobody's like really creating something totally from scratch. Like
No,
the wheel has been invented in
sir.
every single area of everybody's life. Like it's
That's true.
already been there. You got to keep it rolling. And
Gotta
the way
keep.
you keep it rolling is with the thought from finding what you need, getting your resources, and being resourceful and going and making that happen. Like you got to figure out a way to get it done and you got to mess it up.
Man,
Straight up.
I'm pretty sure like people on this podcast are like, man, these guys already got so much life to their voice, so much power to their words. I wonder how was they growing up. So growing
Right.
up, how was you growing up, man? Like who was Kerry? All right, how was Kerry growing up? How was Jerell? How was you growing up? Like I'm pretty sure positivity didn't hit
Hey,
your mind every time, right?
oh, man. Hey, at first, I mean, as a kid, I was shy, super shy.
Super
I'm not
shy.
even gonna lie. I hated talking. But I ain't gonna lie. Playing football saved my life. I mean, it got me out the streets and everything. And another thing it did was made me confident. And then I became a team
Mm.
captain. When you're a team captain, you have to speak. I
Yeah,
mean,
you gotta speak for
when
everybody.
right. So when your team down, your coach is looking at you.
Like what you
Yeah.
doing?
Like, what you exactly? What you gonna do? You say you want to
Yeah.
win. What you gonna do? I,
Yeah.
I already coached in practice. It's game time now. I ain't even speaking. It's your time to speak.
Right, you looking
So,
around like I'm the only one that came to
right.
play.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh dang. So even before games, a little speeches, and then fourth quarter speeches, it just made me more confident in speaking. And then with confidence, it's like I don't even care anymore. It's like if I need to say it, I'm gonna say it.
I'm saying,
So really,
yeah,
I
yeah.
credit football, and I mean, my upbringing, my parents, they always taught me to be confident and speak up when I need to. So my upbringing was great. I had, both my parents influenced me in good ways. My granddad is probably my biggest influence, and
Yeah.
Granddad.
all he
Shout
does is
out to
talk. He
Granddad.
don't he don't know how to be quiet sometimes. So yeah, man. So I just been around a lot of great people, and plus having football in my life was awesome. So
And that's cool because
Yeah.
not everybody have that support system, having
Yeah.
both your parents there and your grandparent. Like some people don't even know who their dad is or know who their mom is or both. Some people living without either or. So the fact that you had that support system, they like, hey, come out your shell a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And football force you to come out. Like, look, now you out here giving positive energy generations on a podcast. You out here giving all this knowledge. You would have
Man.
known a little shy kid.
man, for real.
Hey, and it's powerful too. And the man Jay Jones, he's shortchanging himself. This is a man of very strong values. So he's always had that. You could tell it's deep in him. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Mhm.
I was attracted to him in regards to our friendship.
And
And
that's
then
real powerful too.
from my background, it was like I had everything I needed. I mean, I had my mama, I had my daddy, coming from a military background. Both my parents in the military, which is why I
Mhm.
was at Colleen. Um, but coming up, I was a very angry kid. Like I was a very, very angry kid. I would pop off at nothing because I had things I went through in private that I didn't feel able to talk about. I didn't feel like I could
Okay.
communicate and my way to express was through violence. And once I was given an avenue to be violent, which was football for me, I would take out real talk. Cause you know what I'm saying? They said that when you a kid, they be like, it's the only place you can knock somebody out and you ain't going to jail. I was like, for real? I'm like, I'm in that. You know what I'm saying? Cause before then, I'm going to alternative school and the whole nine. But once real talk, that was me. But once I got into football, it was like, okay, I could be violent here. I can be physical. I can be, you know what I'm saying, be me. Like that's where I wanted to be. And it allowed me to be comfortable. But then, Shar, what went down was I took football all the way to the college, played Division I football. And then my freshman year of college, I ended up going through a pretty low place in regards to my psyche just because I was so far away from home. I was in Montana. I'm from Texas. I got down on myself, started, you know, saying dibbling, dabbling in drugs, started dibbling, dabbling in too much girls, extracurricular, and I ended up getting kicked out. You know what I'm saying? And tore my ACL twice. Went to a dark place. Yeah, I went to a dark place. I went to a dark place.
I threw it one time, so twice. Hey, bro, I give you a pat on the back because one time was good enough for me, boy.
On me, I would wish that on my worst enemy. And when that went down, man, I started reading, and that's like the book, you know what I'm saying? Shar, I saw you reading, The Alchemist. That was one of the books that kind of was the first book to pull me out of the cellar. You know what I'm saying? I was down in a dark place, and when it was like I'm reading things that's talking about you could create things with your mind. When I tapped in and was like, I could create a life, a new life with my mind. Like it ain't got nothing to do with my body. Like my knees gonna fail me, my shoulders gonna fail me, but my mind could literally bring everything into my life I want. That's when I was like, okay, let me try to figure this out. Let me see what I could do with this thing. And then what that kind of led to is just my natural want to help people. So now here we are trying to spread a message and be able to, you know what I'm saying, illuminate the darkness. So that's what we on.
Do both of y'all coach coach football? If both of y'all coach football or just one of you guys coach football? Because I know, Kerry, you're a teacher.
We both coached at Hardin Simmons University together.
Okay.
We both branched off from there and coached. Yeah. I coached at Montana Tech University. My boy coached at Oklahoma Panhandle State University. So
yeah. And I continue to coach too. I do personal training. So I still do personal training. Anybody, you know what I'm saying, in the El Paso area, and I'll be in Killeen soon, back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I do personal training, do virtual training. But my passion is helping people in any capacity. So, you know what I'm saying? I believe in the physical fitness aspect. Like that's easy, you know what I'm saying? Physically, I believe you can make anybody do anything. Personally, I feel like it's step by step. But I know the mind, it's a lot more vast and it's a lot more unpacking that it takes, man. It takes daily unpacking of all that little trauma you got going. So that's those two, the physical and the mental is what I love to help people develop.
And that's dope, man. Two powerful guys out here just being a light, man. Like being a light. Why not? Like y'all literally living what you guys say on the podcast with being a light. And then you're not hiding behind the pain, you know what I'm saying? Like most people get on and try to fake the funk. Or, you know, it's just like being in front of the fame. Like some people like to take this picture. They don't want people to know that they falling. They don't want people to know that they having problems at home. Y'all like, nah, let's build a podcast that express that, yeah, we go through things, but still, how can you be a light to the next person, you know? So when it comes to like laws and manifestation, how does it fit into you guys' life besides just in the podcast?
Well, as far as manifestation and the laws, man, it's just like every single day I try to make sure I'm walking what I'm talking, and I'm making sure that when I'm in my space, my area of expertise, my, you know what I'm saying, in passing by, I do anything I can to help people. Like I'm all about bringing massive value. Like I'm not about just money. Like Shar, we talked about that earlier. You talk about, you know, say people talk about money, but that's not value. Like money, money's not value. Money's leverage. Like I feel like people need to kind of get off that whole mindset of money is the only value you could bring to somebody. You could bring value to somebody by giving them an opportunity. You could bring value to somebody by, you know what I'm saying, helping them have a paradigm shift and shift their mindset to somewhere where they can have a wealth mindset. Like that's value. And the money is only going to be a reciprocation for that value that you give to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I try to create a massive amount of value for everybody in my life. And I do that, man, by being a value to myself. Like I don't do things to myself that I wouldn't want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I don't beat myself up. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, I go through things. I'm okay with making mistakes. Like I said before, I'm okay with being less than perfect. Like, I practice grace with myself so that I can practice grace with everybody else. Like, and that's to create that value.
I
So
like how you put that. You practice grace with yourself, so that when you put it out to everyone, it's genuine. You
it's
know,
genuine.
I like to tell
100.
people, if you can't walk it yourself or you can't teach it yourself, you don't know it.
Nah,
Exactly.
you
Yeah, you
don't.
don't know it. So
You
how
gotta be
how
able
you
to teach it to
losing
a
your life?
6-year-old. A 6-year-old should be able to understand it when you teach it. If
Right.
If
they,
you be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what? Then you
yeah,
don't know it.
yeah.
Yeah.
How
Like
is
like
that good for you?
like Kerry said, I try to just give all I can, but I'm really good at self care. Kerry calls me.
Mr.
My thing
Self-Care.
is, I always say you can't pour out of an empty cup, you know. So I try to keep
Yeah.
myself going, so I can give off to others. You know, I wake up in the morning, or right before I go to bed, I usually write down 5 goals, and when I wake up, I look at them again. Now when I go to work, about 12 o'clock, I try to look at them again. And if I ain't checked off 2 or 3, I'm like, oh, I got to get on my job, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, I try to write at least 5. Sometimes it's 7 to 8, but I try to do 7 to 8 things. I mean, some of them small goals. Wake up at 6 a.m., go work out. Put in your PTO time for your vacation. But I just try to stay on the ball with everything. So when it's time to give off to others, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm happy. I did all I need to do, and I can go help somebody else be great.
Right. So you gotta care for yourself. You gotta display it to yourself, show self-love, self-care. Yep.
And legend has it, one of them 5 goals at one point was to grow that beard out like it's looking right now, Shar. So that's how we got what we got right there. That's a manifestation. You know what I'm saying? He declared that, and
He
now we
declared
see
a
that.
beard.
Now we
I did that. That happened.
we did that.
When I was in Montana, when I was coaching in Montana, they said, "Yeah, you're not in Texas anymore. You need a Montana beard." I said, "Say less." So
That boy went full grizzly mode on them boys. They ain't
Like he,
know.
he had get his beard. One of my goals for the next.
Manifested, Sean manifested.
Yeah, how long did it take to grow that beard?
so I really been growing it since I've trimmed it. Like I said, if I just been growing it, it would have been crazy. So every 2 3 weeks I trim around the edges. But I've
Don't
had it
drop,
for 2 years.
don't drop too much on them though, because the beard oil they gonna have to buy that
Yeah, you
now.
got to buy the. That's
Yeah, we
just a
ain't gonna buy
sample.
the
The
beard.
beard
Okay,
oil
all right,
coming in
yeah, about to say
2022 at least.
don't.
By 2022, we're gonna have the beard oil.
It's
Man,
Real beard oil.
man,
And when I
man.
see it, I'm gonna be like, hey, I already know that's that beard like beard right
Hey, you already know what it is. You like, you got that beard light, don't you? Don't you? You got that beard light. I know that's that beard light.
there. You
That's that beard
shining
light
like
right
beard like. I see it all.
there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up, man. Do you guys feel like manifestation is a religion? Because there's some people probably don't even know that manifestation is like it's of the mind. Maybe they think it's the religion.
Yeah. Um, Absolutely not. I mean, I don't think that religion, I think that religion is religion, right? It's practice. That's what it is. It's
I practice
practice.
manifestation too.
You do practice manifestation. That's
Yeah.
true. That is true. But I believe that religion is more of a structured, like it's more of a community type thing. When
Mm-hmm.
manifestation, I believe that it don't matter what religion you are associated with, you can still manifest things by just the like I said before, the frequencies, man. Like your vibrations when you out here, really manifestation, you manifest through the diet you have. You dig what
No,
I'm saying? Like
thanks.
they have higher vibrational food. Like, man, tap in, y'all. This is a green superfood,
Oh
right?
God,
Man, look, I be, you know what I'm saying? Jay Jones know me. This is the
man.
green superfood. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you get that, you get raw vegetables into you, you drinking water consistently, you getting those electrolytes going inside of you, your body is vibrating and attracting things into your life that you want because you are ready for it. You
Right.
are ready for it. You getting sleep. You know what I'm saying? You praying, and whether you pray to whoever you pray to, it creates that faith. Like there's a lot of things you could do that's real small that manifestation fall into, but I believe that religion is more so your like, just the practice of your community and your belief systems, and that's on a more different. I mean, in conjunction, when you bring those together, now that's when you unstoppable. You know what I'm talking about? Like you unstoppable.
What was that product? Like say for everybody onto the podcast is listening, like go ahead. What's that product again you put out with all the nutrients in there?
Ah man, right here we got that green superfood. You dig what I'm saying? It's amazing grass. You got your daily greens plus nutritious fruits and veggies. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Hey,
hey, I drink this
Kerry,
3 times a
hey,
day.
you
What's up?
you don't do too much, and we're gonna have to get paid off that, man.
Right.
But man, they
You
better
gonna
they
put them
better cut
on, right?
cut the check, amazing grass, cut the check, cause I need that. But I be promoting them a lot though. But I mean, I feel like our people, and when I say our people, I mean our black people, we need to take more care of our bodies for
Yes.
sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Our diets are from the history, trash, man. Soul food, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Collard greens, it tastes good. It's all love, you know what I'm saying? When we come together with the fam, it's all love when we, you know what I'm saying, eating. But at the end of the day, the longevity, the prosperity is in your diet, bro. Like how you ingesting stuff that ain't life and you think you're gonna produce life. Like you're not, it's gonna be a struggle. As a creator, it's gonna be a struggle to have those thoughts come to your mind that's, you know what I'm saying, fruitful. Like you're gonna be thinking McDonald's thoughts, you know what I'm saying, when you out here eating crazy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We gotta do it with our babies too. So
I like that you said, hey, it's all about healthy food over here. Hey, all the good greens, you said what they call green superfood.
green superfood.
I'm
Get
gonna
on the
have to go
green
there,
superfood.
but I'm like that too. Like it's about what putting in your body because a lot of times like we eat bad, you get sluggish. You
Mhm.
Real
get
talk.
itis, you can't get out of it, man. I know exactly when I go to a cookout, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to crash for a while. I just need one plate.
Hey,
Just
and that's cool. And that's cool. It's good, man. That's like you have to treat yourself sometimes. You know
yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm
Like,
treating.
yeah, it's just treating yourself, but you got to make sure you get back on your tilt. You know what I'm saying? Get back to taking care of your body more days out of the week than you not. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Everybody can have that little, you know.
thanks. My mom come to my house. Then she be like, "Okay, can we go to the store?" Because they don't want to know the wheat bread. They want regular bread. They're like, you ain't gonna you nah. I'm like, I'm like Kerry over here. I got the fruits. I got
Yeah,
the
they ain't hearing
greens.
that.
I got
They
the
ain't hearing
Ezekiel bread. They like, I going to the
that.
store.
Yeah, we gotta get some real
Good in
food,
here.
Sean. We ain't playing with you. We ain't playing with
Hey,
you.
but then they be like, I'm gonna go to the gym. When you go, I went to today. When you gonna go? Feel me? So it's that
Yeah.
food, it's the collard greens, like you said. It's good for the moment, but every time you get that itis, you missing day out your you missing time out your day. Your day just going by every time you go to sleep on the couch. Because I
Man,
know that my mom got some biscuits, bro. If you eat it, I don't know what's in it, but every time my friends eat that biscuit, everybody's like knocked out.
you know what's in it? It's that love,
It's
man.
that love.
It's that love, Sean. You know she
It's
put in that.
shortening in there.
Yes, man. That shortening got you all bloated up. You know what I'm saying? Like you bloated up, you good to go.
You don't even know you sleep. You wake up like,
Yeah, got a
yo, what
coma,
happened? It's the biscuits, ain't it? It's the biscuits,
man. Some
dog.
Mama
biscuits, kid.
biscuits. My mama biscuits.
My mama biscuits.
It comes with a warning. Don't eat the biscuits if you're not gonna go to sleep.
Man,
Already.
Put
real
your day to the
talk.
side. You're not doing nothing for the rest of the day. You're sleeping. So shout
Hallelujah.
out to my mom biscuits, bro.
Shout out to Mama's biscuits, dog. Mama's biscuits.
Mama biscuits. So I know people out there wonder, especially the ones that have not ever manifested and don't really know about laws of attraction. What are 3 ways you can implement that on a daily basis, other than like you said, writing your goals that would help the next person?
Man, well, you know what I'm saying? As far as 3 ways you can do that, first thing I would say is what are you ingesting, right? So when I say what are you ingesting, make sure you are consciously making sure you're bringing in things into your life, whether that be media, whether that be your diet, whether that be your conversations. Bring things in that you want. Okay. Don't let things come into your space that you don't want. That's the first thing because there's a lot of things that we don't notice are coming into our space that we don't want that we just letting come in. You know what I'm saying? Your guards are down. It's like you like a city with no walls. Like you always under attack. You real talk, you always under attack. So
Yeah.
that's the number one. So tap in with Be a Light Podcast, PEG Podcast. Get stuff like this into you more
Right.
often than not. And then, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, another way to get that done is to make sure that you are once you get the walls and you build them up and you make sure you protect yourself, then now you give out as much as possible.
Mm.
Give out as much as possible. Don't hold nothing back. Stop holding stuff back. So that's the number one thing. So make sure you're giving out every day, single day, giving out something. Before you ask for something, give out 7 different things.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Give out 7 different things before you ask somebody for something. Make that a habit. And then finally, from my perspective, I feel like stop judging.
Right.
Stop
Stop judging.
judging. Stop judging.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're not a judge of men because there's only one person that could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing that's probably keeping you from your goals the most is the fact that you keep putting on people stuff that you feel about yourself. You're projecting
Right.
your
You're
hate for yourself,
insecure. Yeah.
your insecurity out to other people. So those are the 3 things I would say would be major and that'll change your life dramatically off the rip. And then from there you could build.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm, 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 I'm gonna add 2 more. And really
Hey.
they go together, but prayer and meditation. I feel like
Oh
when
yeah.
you meditate on something, you get that quiet room, you sit down and you think, you good thoughts, positive thoughts.
So.
It just helps you like wake up in the morning and you're ready to go get it. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I say prayer, you always got to keep God first and then meditate on it. think about it all. Think about it. And when you wake up, you like, okay, yeah, let's go get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when I wake up, I always say Ashe. There's always in there. Thank you for the day. Like I haven't even started my day, but I'm up. So let me say Ashe before I get to complaining. That's the first thing. Before I even grab my phone, I started complaining for the day. Like, dang, I got all this to do today. It's like Ashe, because baby, I didn't wake up. I couldn't wake up this morning without the Most High. So if you was like, nah, I'm gonna let you not wake up, then I ain't had no opportunity to go in and complain. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I like that. I like that. Just being grateful for waking up another day.
Right.
And prayer manifestation. I like that because I feel like people, if they take time out and pray and meditate, like they'll probably give their day back a lot.
Oh yeah.
Probably be grateful a lot. People go through a whole good day and you be like, "What? Hey, bro, what you do good today?" They're like, "Nothing. My boss got on my nerve and this and the third." You're like, "Did you make money today?" "Yeah." "How much?" $2,400. Why are you complaining? Who cares, bro? No one cares. If you made money today and your boss is gone, he's not going home with you. Who cares? I mean, we dwell. I feel like we dwell on the little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even big. It's not even going to change you tomorrow. It's just small, and we hold on to it and we complain about it.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
And I know you really own that too, Shar. Like I know you really own that meditation piece because I seen the post y'all had where y'all was meditating. Man, it's beautiful seeing a family doing that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that practice really going in action. So shout out to you on that.
And we actually put that in our mentorship. Like I tell people, like, look, if you come to the church work, bro, you're meditating. I'm sorry, you're not gonna come every day and throw your problems on me. And then I come out off the call, and I'm like,
heavy.
Ooh, what's in my mind? I don't even know what's wrong with me. My energy's just doing this. So I'm like, look, hey, if I come to you, we definitely meditate. Don't get scared on the camera. I mean, everybody's gonna see you meditate. Like my girls, they like, oh. My kids already know we meditate. They get on it. Like when I get mad or they get mad, I be like, go meditate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Put that energy somewhere else because you get too mad, you may do something crazy.
Exactly.
So I appreciate that, man. You gotta get the kids in it.
Gotta get the kids in it, man. We gotta make sure everybody in that space mentally where they can be, you know what I'm saying, at peace with yourself. Like, so you ain't punishing people for, you know what I'm saying, your own stuff.
Right. You already got you already care, you already got an accountability partner. Your daughter will be on you.
Yeah.
So she did not want you talking to nobody. I don't even know how to podcast it. She's not having it at the park. She's like,
man,
who are you talking to now?
Katie's a savage, man. Shout out to KK. Katie's a savage.
Man, that's like your little accountability partner right there, man.
It's like my woman sometimes, man. She be trying to run my life. I'm like, hold up, man, you 8 now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm daddy grown now. I can, you know what I'm saying?
She be like, who you talking to? We ain't having that.
Yeah, let's go. We get time to go.
Yeah, man. But I like that she's so connected to you because you don't really see a lot of that. Shout out to all the real fathers out there because it's not a generation where people actually see fathers around. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that no matter if you with the mother or not, to me it doesn't matter. As long as you're in the child's life, like that's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of fathers that I deal with, they feel like they have to stay with the mother, and a lot of them don't even be happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting them on blast, but it's just like a repetitive thing that I'm seeing. And the first thing that says, because of my kids, I'm like, is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really? Because at the end of the day, like if they go with mommy, they go with mommy. It's like you said, once you get into the habit, they know, okay, I gotta go to mommy, I go to daddy, I gotta go to mommy. And it's repetitive because as a kid, I didn't really know. I was going to my mom's house, I was going to my dad's house. Like, okay. I feel like parents put that stress on the kids because a lot of them may be a little bit too scared of the stability.
Yeah, that and I think a lot of times cats don't be knowing like, the responsibility that you have to be a father, right? It's
true.
That's the responsibility you have. Like that's the number one responsibility. Once you have a child in this world, it's not just to be, you know what I'm saying, walking around like that. Like you need to really be dad, like do what's best for this child.
Do what's best for the child. Yep.
Do what's best for this child, whatever that looks like. And for me, that's been my ultimate focus. My ultimate goal is what does my daughter need right now? Whether that be me and her mother together or separated, how does that need to look so she could be able to grow emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually? I need her to be correct so that I can groom her the best way I can. And that's had to lead to a couple of sacrifices. I've been away from her. I've been with her. I done had to, you know what I'm saying? I done shed tears behind figuring out what I'm gonna do. And I'm man enough to say that because that's my baby. You dig what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do everything I can to be able to be the best man for her. So she
Right.
knows her daddy did everything he could do. And as a man, if you stand with the mama just cause, are you doing the best thing for your child or your children?
Because it's like you say, energetically they know. It's like my mommy
Yeah.
don't like my daddy, so that energy is gonna flow, and that question eventually as they get older, it's gonna pop up like, why y'all being fake, like
Yeah, they
y'all don't
tapped
like
in.
each other, like
They tapped in. The
yeah,
babies tapped in. They way
yeah.
more tapped in than we are.
Because
Way
my
more.
mom and dad ever been like, we gonna work it out. My first time be like, why?
Man,
Why you gotta torture us? No, don't do that.
Right,
No, I want to
right.
come to his house. Let's go back to
Yeah,
let's go
yeah,
back to
yeah.
going to his house. Don't switch up the game. So I'm like, you don't what's best. If you feel like it's best for you to be there, then I feel like you should work it out in the most respectful way, and don't have the child in that energy. You gotta work it out. You
Yeah,
gotta work it out. If you're gonna split, you're gonna split. But the back and forth, that I feel like that's what a lot of kids feel like they can't speak it
yeah,
back and forth. Like if I go tell daddy this, then mommy gonna get mad. So it's like they close out. Yeah, it's
yeah.
miscommunication. But
You gotta,
that's what
yeah,
you guys do. If you're not communicating in a relationship, and that's our relationship, you're not communicating. The kids see that, so they give it right back out to the world.
yeah,
I'm saying so. It's like
yeah,
you said, be that best example that you can, and you're gonna mess up. We all mess up. None of us know how to be parents. Real talk. We haven't been parents
nah.
all our life. Like we don't know, bro. We coming out of high
Yeah,
school figuring it out. We went to college
yeah.
figuring it out. Now we got kids. We like, oh, well, let me try what my mama did. Like I
Man,
don't
real talk, real talk, real talk. And that's where we get messed up at. And then let me try what my
know
mama did. And we got to make sure we truly are doing what's best in every
what's
situation.
that.
That's why we got to meditate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's why we got to take a pause and get some awareness as adults, especially with adults with children. Shout out to my dog Jay Jones without kids. That's my dog. Hey Jay
get
Jones,
quiet over here.
hey,
Get quiet over
like
here.
Uncle
Uh,
Jones,
yeah,
Uncle Jay
Make
Jones, Uncle Jay Jones.
faces. I'm uncle. I'm uncle.
But as a parent, you have to be at peace with yourself mentally. You have to really be able to have a clear mind because your children gonna test you. Your children gonna have questions. They're gonna take on your temperament. They're gonna take on everything that you giving them, that energy, because they way more intuitive than we are. So it's like you have to be at peace with yourself, and that's why I promote healthy fathers and mothers. You know what I'm saying? Like healthy relationships around the babies. It's all about the babies because they are the future. Like they have the ability to change all of this stuff. Like all this craziness, they gonna change that for us. You just got to make sure you healthy enough to be able to do that for them.
that's
So
true. I like how you said that. Like you got to be able to carry that healthy relationship because that's what I feel like a lot of people don't know how to carry that healthy relationship. But that's because we mimic our parents. It's a cycle. So if I go outside of what my parents are saying and what I know, I feel like I'm not living up to that expectation. But I want to encourage everybody like it's okay to be different. If meditation work, like I let my girls cry. Like honestly, I would put my headphones and let them cry. And
yeah,
my
yeah,
wife would too. I'd be like, she's crying. She's like, oh, okay, we'll put our headphones in. And if I feel
yeah,
like they ain't got it out yet, I'm like, go back in the bathroom. Like
yeah.
my
Get it
mama
out.
never let me cry, bro. She would whoop my butt, be like in the corner. And in nowadays, that don't work because kids like, you whoop me? Bet. Still not gonna do what you say.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what they're
You
gonna do.
like, dang, the
Yeah.
whooping didn't work.
The
All right,
whooping didn't
corner.
work.
They don't care. They're like, what I'm still gonna do what I want to do. So it's like different ways now. You gotta
You
put the
gotta
different ways.
communicate. You gotta
Yeah.
communicate. You gotta
That
get them to
fear worked
open
on
up.
us. Kids don't have fear these days.
Nah, they don't.
They
Not
have
like that.
Google. They
You
have
got.
Google.
They
I'll
know who to
call.
call.
I'll call 911. Like, whoa. I didn't know
Yeah.
who to call. I'll just
I
get my butt whooped. I didn't know who to call. Granny.
I call 911. I be afraid. I be
Google.
ducking. Man, he be finna run up out the crib. Like you, man. You
Right.
better off run away than call 911.
Now you like Siri,
Yeah.
Google, and they pull it right
Right.
up. Like, dang.
Right.
So
Hey,
hey, be careful everybody out there with Google and Siri.
man, they
So
listening to all our conversations.
they listening, man. They know your
They,
playlist and everything.
you better be
Yeah,
careful. You better be careful.
always. So like we said, the manifestation and prayer. So how with being CEOs of both you guys CEOs of Be Light Project, Be the Light Podcast, and so many entities of other areas in your life, like why you say manifest? Because maybe people don't feel like manifestation help in all areas of their life.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, oh, prayer only works. Why manifestation and prayer?
Man,
Yeah. No, you have to put it into action, man. You know how everybody has their New Year's resolution and everything. They write down 100 things. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do all this. I'm gonna do all this, and it's March or it's about to be April, and they did 5. You got to put stuff into action. You can't just keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a millionaire. But when you get home, you come home and you watching Netflix all day. How you gonna be a
Yep.
millionaire doing that?
Now, me and you're
How you
not
gonna,
doing that.
do that? How you gonna do that? How Netflix gonna pay you $1 million for watching it for watching 5 shows, in one
No.
day?
Nah, man, it's gonna get you further into the show. That's what it's gonna
Exactly.
do.
Yep.
Exactly. So manifestation is putting it into action, putting that work in. We got to stop talking about it and be about it.
Yeah, so basically
Exactly.
saying like what you doing is all you been doing is asking for it. So if you praying, okay, you just asking for it. Now manifestation, you put that action to it. So you
Yeah,
pray and then you put the action into it and watch the work come. I like
exactly.
that because
Prayer
people.
Yeah.
without work, prayer without works is dead.
Hey,
Yeah.
say that
Yeah.
again, bro. That's life.
Prayer without works is dead. So hey, go do it.
Definitely. I be telling people that like, how can you have an action? How can you have a reaction with no action?
Mhm.
So I'm expecting life to give a reaction back to me. I want to be a millionaire, so I want life to make me a millionaire. Put no action to it. So you can't have a reaction without an action. So we just sitting there saying, I want to be a millionaire. Like you said, bro, just want to be a millionaire. Okay. I'll call you tomorrow. We talk about that again.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
what, what's your goals? What actions? How you gonna do that?
I like Kerry. Kerry was like, Jerell, get over here, bro. We finna do
No,
this
for real.
podcast. Don't be,
Nah.
don't be scared. He didn't give you a chance to be
No
scared.
Nah.
chance. I had no chance. Say no.
Nah.
We starting
Nah.
today. We starting
That's my
today tonight.
Hey,
but that's the thing though. That's my dog, and I know the conversations we have. Like I know the energy that we have. Like I know that I was intentional about this. Like
right,
my plays are intentional now. Like I used to do things like I used to just work. Like I used to be the action part and
right.
didn't think. I thought you work harder, you get everything you want. It's all about working hard, working hard, working hard. But it ain't about that. It really ain't just about working hard. It's more so about the intention behind your hard work so that you working less. Cause if you're not intentional, then you going in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like you digging this hole, you digging this hole, but you going the wrong direction. You're not even in the right area. So my thing is like I'm not finna just be a jackhammer for no reason. I'm gonna be a jackhammer with my dog Jay Jones, who I know is on the same wavelength as me, and we're gonna bring people in our space that's gonna spread positivity, and we're gonna be able to be a light for ourselves and others. Like I already knew that. Like I felt that already when I talked to him. I already saw it. Like I already felt it. That it was done. You know what I'm
We
saying?
had to get him in it. Like, no chance. Just come
Yeah.
on.
Nah, I already knew he was rocking with it before he knew he was rocking with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like and that's I mean I just feel like I thank God for just the ability now to be able to again not judge myself, man, not judge myself for my mistakes. It's allowed me to be more open. And I think the more open we become as people, the more radically transparent we are with one
Mhm.
another and ourselves. That's when things like that come a lot clearer because you're not bogged down by all these self-defeating beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't not believe in yourself. Anything you want, you got it.
Got it.
Just go and
Manifest.
act on it. Manifest. Yeah.
I actually saw a clip. I don't know. I didn't really see the whole thing, but I saw like a little clip. It was I don't know. It had Bow Wow in it, so I don't really know which reality
The
show.
Bow Wow.
Yeah, I know he was in it. He was wanting to kill himself, and he said it to the brat. He's like, I had no purpose. And the brat was like, she was like, what you mean? He was like, I did all this. I did this. And she was like, sure, go give back. Go get some charity. Go do some work. Like you bored, make up something. People know who you are. You got a big following. And you just sitting back there being depressed. And I was like, dang, even money at that time didn't matter to him. So I let you know it don't matter how high you get, psychological still is gonna be a problem. And that's
Yep.
why I feel like people are not living up to their purpose. So they're devaluing themselves. So they're eating more. And they got all the brains up here. Everything they want to do is up here. But they're not putting any action behind it, no
Right.
prayer, no manifestation. They're just like, I want to do it. I
Right.
think one day I'm like, man, I don't want to be that person, man. I don't want to be that person that's old, looking at everything around him and just like, dang, I've been here for 12 freaking years.
Yeah.
Who? Nah, me, so I don't just stay in one spot, bro. Like, I don't even go outside and like connect. If you're not in my vibe, like that vibration me and Kerry was on, it's like I was ready to give up. My girl was like, come on, take this shot. I'm like, man, why we gotta take pictures in the park? I was upset, bro. I'm like, man, stuff ain't going my way. She was like, it never go your way, but it always play out right. And I'm like, facts. Okay, so my mind started to clear, and then here come Kerry. Little conversation here. We talk about the little girl on the scooter, and then he was like, "Is that the alchemist?" I'm like, "Dang, what are you gonna come say, man? I'm trying to read this book," and he started communicating about the book, and I'm like, "Wait." That went totally left. Like when I was ready to give up, God was like, nope, let me drop Kerry right here on you. Feel me? Let me give you some more positivity. And when he mentioned the podcast, I was like, yo, I'm in the right direction. While I was trying to quit, bro, he gave me so much life. He started mentioning Jerell, his partner. I'm like, bro, I'm about to connect with so many people. And then when you said KT, I'm like, look how that just went around fast. It was no quitting there. I'm like, boom, I gotta go. And then the summit fell in my lap and this and that. I'm like, what? And I was right there. And I was about to say, man, forget this, bro. I'm going the opposite way. And I was like, nope, let me show you something different. You know what I'm saying? That's come with prayer and manifestation, because even when you give up, that prayer and that manifestation is in your heart. People try to run from that. That's why they go heavy with the drugs. They try to run from it because they really know what they're capable of, but they don't want to do it. They hide it. You know what I'm saying? They want to go through the work. So I like how you guys come together and you was like, look, man, I know you're going to go for it. So let's just do it. He's like, all right, cool. When? Today? You ain't give me time to wake up. Nothing. He ain't even get time to brush the beard or nothing. You just put
don't brush the beard. Keep that nappy. Don't even take the nacho cheese out of it. Just go ahead. Let's get it going.
No, wake up just like that. Okay, now. Man, I like that though. Two friends giving them accountability partners. Like, look, I'll be your accountability partner. We're gonna do this podcast, and you be my accountability partner, and we push each other. It needs to be more friends like that. You know, I think we so used to how the elementary friends are and high school friends are. We don't really empower each other to be the next level friends. You know what I'm saying? You guys are that next level friend. I like that. So what was the biggest problem you guys creating this podcast and this platform? What was the biggest challenge you guys faced when it came to actually believing yourself, if you faced any?
Biggest problem is just, I mean, I wouldn't say it. All right, let me keep it 100. Quality of content, learning how to do all of this stuff from the ground has been a struggle, right? You know about that. Yes. But it's been rewarding though. So the biggest problem has been the biggest blessing, because I've been asked to help other people out with their content and things like that. And I've been able to assist people in getting their podcasts off the ground because of that struggle. Your struggle is a superpower. I'm going to keep that 100 for your listeners. Everybody struggling with something, your struggle is a superpower. Like when you overcome it, people will be attracted to you because you've overcome that struggle. So they're going to go through it and they're going to be like, man, how do I get this done? Because everybody wants answers. Like we want solutions. So the biggest problem was the biggest blessing out of the whole thing, which was learning how to overcome the fact that I didn't know how the heck to create content. And neither did Jay Jones. I mean, I'm talking the first podcast we did, we screen recorded that joint off of Zoom. And when I say screen record, it's an app called Screencastify. And we screen record that joint. It had major echo. I'm talking, it was grainy. To post it, I posted on YouTube and I just looked at it like, man, like I was excited. You know what I'm saying? Me and Jay Jones like, man, it's finally up. And then now looking back, it's like, that is trash. Sorry, that is trash. Like, if you go back to like our earliest podcast episodes, I was in the car. He was, you know what I'm saying? Jay Jones
would be his hat backwards, like, what's up? All good. Hey, we was fresh out the bed.
Like, I woke up this morning, brushed my teeth and my beard. Let's go.
And let's go.
It was rough, but we got through that, and we kind of getting to a point now where we have, you know what I'm saying, authors, musicians, poets, teacher of the years, principal of the years. Like we having folks on there like, you know, critically acclaimed in certain areas, and we just from a thought, man, we just believed in this and we trying to start it going, and that's the biggest problem. But I think every problem, man, every L, it's a lesson, man. Like Jay Jones always say, every L is a lesson. So we don't take L to take learns.
So. Yeah, I'll say that too. Like every lesson is a blessing, because if I didn't mess up, I wouldn't know where I messed up, why I messed up, and a lot of times it's that next piece to your puzzle. Like, oh yeah, let me, like you said, let me fix that, let me try it again, and then you see it. Like I like how y'all was being honest about the first podcast, because like I'm like that too. My first video, I'm like, who let me do that, bro?
Like a little kid did it. Like you're like, man, like I did that.
Like I was like you. My first one, I was in the car, bro. I was in the car and I just ran it. You know what I'm saying? And just to see the elevation and to see the flyers and all that, the content is like.
Yeah, it's hard too. Hey, shout out. You got it down now. You got I rock with it.
Hey, I rock with it. Gotta work with a team. I realized like, man, all this in my brain, I can't do it by myself. So I started speaking to people, and they're like, oh, hold on, let me show you this. Like you, they just pull up, let me show you this. Hey, try this. And I'm like, dang, look how much better quality that was. And actually seeking mentors help too. You know, mentors, I have cool mentors, man. I like take expense of my budget every month to do mentors. And it's because like I can't be mentoring somebody and be like, you gotta have a mentor and I don't have one. It's like, okay, you can't be the smartest person in the room. If you're the smartest person in the room, then you need to go to a different room. Wrong room for you. You ain't growing, you ain't elevating, you just got the big head. You know what I'm saying? That's me even in trading. Like, I never feel like I can't learn from nobody. I don't care if you new. I can learn from you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn you anyway. I gotta learn who you are, you know, help you master yourself. So when people come in like, I want to be like you, please don't be like me. I lost $7,000. Can you do that? Can you lose 70 and come back? They be like, nah, don't be like me, dog. Do not be like me. Be like you. Because your loss is gonna be your lesson. And then just because I lost, it's not teaching you nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've been a part of programs where they give you signals, we taking signals, we all working. It's cool and everybody making money. That one loss though, boy, they blame it all on you. They be like, you did it. You made me lose money. It's like, from your phone though. You have to press the button, you feel me? So it's like now being accountable for your actions and, you know, being that light, being the inspiration, letting people know like, nah, I messed up. And I like how y'all don't even take it down. Like, y'all like, look at this trash video, bro. It was trash. Now look what we had today. People see y'all elevation, you know what I'm saying? And that's what people want. They want to see your growth. If you start off at the top and you continue to have these perfect videos, probably not gonna have that much like people watching. Right? Because people are like, I don't really see no growth. Even Blue Clues had a growth. They changed Steve. You know what I'm saying? So if
they got Steve up out of there. They got Steve out of there.
They got him out of there quick.
They got him out of there.
And even the editors didn't stay. You know, some different editors. Each clip, there's not always the same director behind each clip because everybody has a different perspective and can bring value to the team. So I like y'all like, nah, we're gonna do this podcast. We're gonna motivate. We're gonna be original. You know, we mess up. Okay, at least you know we mess up. We ain't lie. Because people think this entrepreneurship is easy, bro. It's not. It's not. You know, they be like, what you doing? You rob banks? Rob banks? No. I ain't had time to do that. I really ain't figured that part out. You feel me? I robbed the bank over here. I'm gonna be talking to you. You feel me? So I like that. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys think that people, when they start a new journey, that like you said, that fear don't become just a fear. They literally let it be that moment and drag on. Because I feel like each fear that we come in contact is just a moment. But maybe others may not feel like it's just a moment. So do you guys feel like people take that moment and drag it out longer than it should be?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fear. They're gonna find every excuse not to do it. Because if I do it and I mess up, you know, people might laugh at me. I'm gonna be embarrassed, you know. But like we've been saying, that embarrassment gonna teach you. It's gonna make, hey, I'm not doing that again.
Nah, hey, big fella.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Next time it's gonna like we just said, that first episode, we looked at it and we both were like, nah, it's different ways to do this. We're doing better. but like you said, we watched that and the second one got better, the third one got better. Now on like 32, 30, you know, it's like we just naturally do it. And people like, hey man, a lady, we talked to a lady on the podcast about 2 weeks ago, one of the teachers, and she was like, I thought y'all been doing this forever. You know, no, it was the
Burst Planning, the planners. Shout out to Burst Planning.
Like, I feel like y'all been doing this forever, and we're like, nah, like not even a whole year, you know. So
has though I literally been a year last month, and yeah, I was going with it. It didn't even phase me. And my wife was like, "It's been a year." Oh snap! It's been a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at the raise. I'm like, dang, I never looked at it. Never cared about that part. I was like, I just honestly want to get the content out. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you guys can keep giving the content out, y'all ratings gonna come. It's gonna keep doing that. Because I'll be watching different YouTubers and people that start their journey in different things. And one thing I see people say, because back to back, is that it's not even about you coming and doing what the next person doing. It's that flavor. You gotta add you on it. All right, everybody's selling Herbalife. Okay, cool. But can you sell Herbalife with your flair? Because not everybody gonna vibe with me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna get on and be like, Be the Light podcast is the podcast I should be on. And then some you guys reach out to, y'all probably realize like, we're not vibing with them. It's okay.
You know what, Shar? And that's like you said, it's okay. And it actually gives your your platform or whatever you're doing, whether it's a podcast or you're doing your job or you are just a straight product seller, whatever, when you divide a room, that's
Yeah.
much more powerful. When you trim the fat off of who you're not trying to bring into that space, you know what I'm saying? It's not for
Yeah.
everybody.
Not
We
fair.
not for everybody. Yeah, me and J. Joe's not creating this
Yeah.
content for everybody. It's for who it's for. So if it's for you and you try to tap in, you trying to let that light shine, you're gonna be with it. If you're not with it, then that's not what you're trying to do. And
No.
then another thing too, talking about that fear, just going back to that, that's normal. I just think we need to normalize the fact that you are going to feel fear. Like you're going to be afraid of certain things because if you're not feeling fear, then you're not dreaming big enough. You're not thinking big enough. You should be shaking in your shoes about something every blue moon to whereas you have to practice courage. Like
Yeah.
what would be courage if there was no fear? You know what I'm talking about? Like how can you say you're courageous if there's no situation that you had to look at like, man, am I going to be able to get through that? And then you fight
Mhm.
through that and say, yes, I am. And then you go and do it and prove it to yourself. And now you build that internal dialogue again. Now you talking to yourself like, hey, look, you know what we did before. But let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
keep it
That's why
going.
they made trophies. Yeah, let's keep it going because that's why they made trophies, man. So you can see the things that you achieved. Like these are the things that you've done, so that you can have that reinforcement for yourself to know that you can get through anything. So, man, yeah, like don't we can't endorse fear too much, man. It's normal. Take it, and it's like a pebble in your shoe. That's how I've heard it explained. Like you be afraid of something, and you go step out in front of that obstacle, but if you got it in your shoe, it's just in your shoe. That's all it is. Go
Right.
do you. Go let your light shine. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
That's dope. I like how you said it. That's dope. And then we was talking about how you say, you can implement manifestation and laws of attraction in any religion. So for all the people out there that like Christian and Muslim and even atheists, how can they actually put this where it doesn't correlate with what they believe in? Because I feel like most people are really just they close minded. Right? We know manifestation is not taking over the belief of what you believe in, but tapping in your mind of what you like believe in yourself. That's all manifestation is. But can you believe in yourself enough to attract it? All right, and make this an everyday lifestyle. So how do people put that into their religion and make it a lifestyle?
And I feel like, in my own belief system, right? The people I love and the people I've been around, sometimes, we get lost in put it all on God, right? Like
Right.
my dog said, like you do have 100% faith in God. Like you
Mhm.
have that belief, or how whatever you believe in the higher power of the universe, you have that 100% faith that this is gonna happen. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to work for God. You have to serve God with your mind. So when you talk about manifesting, it's you actually going out here and consciously doing for the supreme being. Like you are out here doing that work. You know what I'm saying? You making that happen, doing for self. You feel what I'm saying? Like you gotta do for self. Like you have to. You don't have a choice. You're not just gonna only just sit there and pray your way out of everything. He gonna wait for you to do something. He gonna be like, I'm not just giving you this. You ain't doing nothing. Like what I'm gonna give you this, and then what you gonna do with it? You gonna sit on the couch again and watch a Netflix show again. Like you gonna sit there and binge watch. Like no, I'm gonna give it to you when you moving, and
Right.
that's why I like I see it in that way.
Yeah. Why would God pour you? Why would He pour you out all your blessings if you ain't gonna do nothing with them? I mean,
Right.
Mm.
you gonna
He showed
send
you
you
how to
all these
get there.
blessings, and you gonna
Right.
sit
You
down and watch
do.
TV and say, "Oh, I'm blessed," you know.
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Woo, I'm blessed. No,
Thank God. Thank
yeah,
God.
So like Kerry said, you gotta put in that work, and God want to see you put in that work.
Right.
God doesn't want us to be out here just sitting in the house. He wants us to go
No.
out there and show people, be examples for people. He want His people, and like I say, whoever you believe in, I think all religions kind of we all at the end of the day we're trying to get the same thing done. So whoever you believe in, y'all God, He wants y'all to go out there and show people, be examples for people, and make people gravitate toward the most high, I should
The
say.
most high, like
Most
whatever.
Yeah, I
high.
was
Yeah,
gonna say that. Yeah.
gravitate on it because, like you said, that frequency is understood.
Mhm.
You don't have to explain that frequency. Like me and Kerry didn't have to explain our frequency. We just knew, like, oh, we on the same frequency and it vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people don't understand when you butt head with people or you see somebody like, I don't like them. It's not that you don't like them. You just not on the same frequency. So you
Mhm.
don't have to say,
Facts.
don't judge. When you say I don't like them, you
Yeah.
judging. You don't even know them. You're just not vibing with their frequency. It's something vibing between you and the energetic energy that you're getting from them. So you're not on the same frequency, but it's no reason for you not to like them. Don't
Nah.
prejudge nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I like how you said that they block your blessings when you prejudge somebody. You know, and I feel like if we going by the religion, pretty sure the Bible, like in other Quran too, ain't no judging. You're not supposed to judge, don't pass no judge off on the next person. So how you gonna live by that belief if you really being against it? You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know, I feel like
that's like oh my bad, Char, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I said that's like hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like you judging straight up 100. Like you messing your transmission up because you not feeding the right energy to yourself. Like you sit here trying to say, oh, I want this in my life, or I want to manifest a good man in my life. I want to manifest this and that. But you over here hating, you resentful, you got all this anxiety, you think you judging everybody all the time. It's like you hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. Like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna your car gonna shut down.
I like how B Simone said it. I saw a post and she got mixed heat about it, but I really agree with what she said.
I seen that.
Like, women out here asking men for things that they can't give, and I was like, that's everybody. It don't have to be a man, it don't have to be a woman. There's women out here asking women for things they can't give. Men out here asking men for things they can't give. It's like, how you even friendship? How you gonna ask me to be the best friend to you and you can't give that? You treat me bad, you talk to me bad. That's in a relationship. How can you ask somebody to be the best you are and you out there cussing people out, tell them they ain't worth nothing, you better than them? Guess what? You're gonna get that back in your relationship. And a lot of times the ones that big mouth to people outside being the bully, they're the ones that caught in their relationship getting bullied back. And they're trying to figure out, I'm being good, I'm doing all this good stuff, and my man don't want me. Your man don't want you because your vibe ain't right. He know your vibe ain't right. The vibe ain't understood. So he out there doing this thing because you doing your thing. You got to make that vibe understood. And I like what she said, that people probably people got like backlash on her. And I'm like, nah, you got to build yourself to the person you asking for. Yeah. That's like manifestation. You got to align yourself with what your dreams are. And your dream said, hey, I'm going to be a millionaire. Can't be a millionaire sniffing coke. That would make you in, bro, but not, you can't get there. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Right. You're right.
Some not adding up. Some not adding up.
Thanks, like most don't wait till they get it and be like, okay, let me go ahead back to my bad habits. But you can't be out here sniffing all your money, and then you like, man, I'm gonna be the best intel ever. Well, on who line? You just sniffed it, bro. You ain't get on nobody. You ain't get on nobody line. You feel me?
You got a whole hole in your brain. You got a whole hole in there.
No, fella, that's not how you get there. You mixing old habits, bad habits with new habits, right? Their lifestyle not going along with each other. And even you can see that in the rap life. Like you see somebody like fall off and get blackballed because they like I like me and my wife were talking about Kevin Gates. I like Kevin Gates. So she like, so how did you feel about him kicking that woman? And I'm like, it wasn't me. And on top of that, I was like, if he say stop grabbing me, I would stop grabbing him. So it was kind of like, but what she made me put into play was like, he's an artist and he's in public eye. But what I was telling her, like, I can't tell him how to act. It's listen to his music. His music tells me how he act. So if I go to his concert and I'm pulling on him and he says stop and I do it, it's like, well, you're going to get a Kevin Gate reaction. Kevin Gate reaction is a boot to the face. I'm sorry to that person, but that was a Kevin Gate reaction. That wasn't a Kerry reaction. It wasn't a Jerell reaction. It wasn't a Shaw reaction. That was a Kevin Gates. Like, when you heard that, you probably was like, yep, sounds right.
I can see that.
Right? He was like,
too hard to believe.
It wasn't that hard to believe. He was like, fits him. So it's like, you can't, like, I feel like a lot of people go to the artist and they put so much on it. And it's like, why? If you're a Tekashi 6ix9ine follower, you're a Tekashi 6ix9ine follower, and he gravitates you for some reason. So you like the things he do, so it's gonna show up in your habits.
Yeah. J. Jones. J. Jones face. Tekashi.
You like Tekashi or he likes Tekashi?
I don't.
J. Jones don't like. Hey, look, sorry. J. Jones ain't rocking with new rappers like that. It's not
that's
really
cool.
his
That's cool, bro. If I had to offend you, I'd be like, bro, your boy wilding, you know what I'm saying? He wilding, so
he don't rock with them.
He don't rock with me either, bro. I feel like they do crazy stuff, and it's like, how can you expect the industry to stay with you for so long when you putting all this out there, bro? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna eventually get everything closed out on you one day.
Like, he's gonna get closed out.
Hey, people ask me about R. Kelly. I'm like, man, he was R. Kelly. It was eventually gonna happen one day. That's just how it was. It wasn't like, oh snap, he did that. He did it once, twice, 3, 4, 5. How many times before we was like, time to end this career part and like open the mind. This is a man that doesn't respect nobody.
Yeah.
When was people gonna say that? It really didn't matter. Like the music outweighed his energy. And when people got tired of that oh, his energy is starting to affect his music, that's when they started to pay attention. Like, oh, what is he doing? Like what he's doing behind closed doors. Oh, these tapes keep popping up. But y'all was sliding him on the rug when his money was on top. He was putting everybody into lavish places. They was sliding him on the rug. So now things ain't panning out. People like, well, I can't slide on the rug no more. You know, you ain't got no more money to give. So let me go ahead and throw you in jail. Feel me? So I don't even know what to say when they ask me like R. Kelly. I'm like, no, it's R. Kelly, bro. I'm still gonna listen to his music. I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about that when I listen to his music. So it's like, whatever. I'm like,
Concern yourself what concerns you. Concern yourself what concerns you. That's
right, positive. I like positive music, so I listen to more positive music. There's every now and then I listen to old school. That's what I grew up on. But I'm like y'all. Like I don't really care about the rappers these days because it's the influence that y'all putting out there. People are doing the things you're saying. It's not cool, and they think it's cool, and it's like, bro, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So vibing with that energy that you rock with, because a lot of people are stuck behind it. So with the Be a Light podcast, so everybody know who Jerell is, everybody know who Kerry is, and you guys out here, you know, doing y'all thing. What are some future projects y'all got coming up? I know y'all not stopping here. So what's some future projects y'all got going?
Well, we got a lot of stuff going, man. So we plan on getting this merch going and spreading it a lot further than what we already have. We got these t-shirts, man. We if you try and tap in with the t-shirts, tap in with us. Be a Light podcast. Yeah, you got to tap in with us, man. You got to tap in with us. So just, you know what I'm saying, we get them out to you ASAP. I just left the post office, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking them shirts, sending them out myself, you know what I'm saying? Jay Jones, he pushing them out in Fort Worth. I'm out here in El Paso right now, but you know what I'm saying? We could get it to anywhere. So we getting the shirts going, and we fairly new. So we trying to be able to really push the brand out there so people could be that light source, man. Just kind of represent what we got going on. We're trying to get some groups going as far as like some accountability groups, mentorships, like you talked about. Do some different trainings with the youth. This summer, a lot of stuff gonna be coming. We got a lot of things to work. Can't release too much information, you know what I'm saying? But we
give a little bit.
yeah, you get a little bit, a little sample size. But yeah, man, we got a couple things rolling with that though.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you guys implement or teach manifestation to the children? Does it work with the kids too? You know, I know we talk about how we can start it within ourselves, but you guys working with children and inspiring the community. Does you guys plan on putting manifestation out there, teaching the kids, or how do they work to parents that's looking to do other things to put their kids in the corner?
Yeah, we even like I'm a part of a nonprofit, Fearless Foundation. We come out, we bring kids out. We have boys' days, bring out speakers, tell their stories to the young kids. You know, we had one of my homeboys. He's a championship boxer now.
Hey,
Told his story about like how he started boxing and how he just stayed positive. You know, certain days he didn't feel like getting up and running 5 miles a day, 10 miles a day, but hey, he had to do it because at the end of the day, he wanted to be what he wanted to be, and nothing was gonna stop him. So yeah, we always try to preach to the kids, you know, the stuff we've been through, the stuff we fought through, and the stuff we doing now. You know, so you can see. And I hate to say it, but you know, they see black men out here doing it, and it surprises the kids almost like, oh, y'all have degrees? Yeah, yeah, the kid. That
Real
was a
talk,
question.
real
That was a
talk.
question in our thing. Like y'all all have like college degrees, and we were like, yes, we went.
like they like, hold on, that's it.
Right.
Yeah. And it's that exposure. Once these kids get exposed to that, then they know it's possible for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like once we set that example, we put it in front of the kids, and kids are a lot more adaptive, man. They're a lot more able to adjust and move towards their goals than we are because we stuck in these broken paradigms. Like kids don't have those.
That's
Kids are like Play-Doh. You know what I'm saying? They constantly being molded. So once you introduce a concept to a child, they pick it up like that. It's not hard for them. They just need the right guidance. So
Right.
I like that. You funny, bro. I like that. You know, putting that with the kids because I feel like that's very very important these days because they have so much creativity. Like I feel like kids today are not gonna be working at McDonald's. Who my daughter? I swear to God, and my wife when it got flowers for our daughter on her birthday. So she gave it to her and she's like, should I take the tag off? Me being me, knowing that as a kid, that didn't matter to me. You gave me something as a kid. I'm like, ooh, thanks. So I was like, nah, I don't really know a 5-year-old that get flowers, so just do it. Man, the first thing when she got in the car, she's like, $9.99. Is that cheap? I was like, bro, yo, y'all are different levels. I gotta ump it. I gotta take the tag off or something. Like, so kids these days are not, they're not looking at McDonald's, bro. They looking at that high stuff. They like, I want to have a YouTube. I want to be on a podcast. I want to make shoes. So you got to start making your kids little CEOs now. There's no more time for like, our parents were doing the best that they can. Now we was in positions, like you said, you went out to college, you went and got connected with people that our parents didn't get connected to. Now we got to give them back some more motivation, some more determination. You know what I'm saying? Kids are looking at you like, you don't work. Why I got to work? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They ask us what we do all day. We like, we work. No, y'all don't. Y'all always at home. Bro, don't tell people that. We be right. We working. So these days, I feel like kids' mindset are way farther along to where they're gonna be creating the next job too. So, like you said, putting that back out into the community, teaching them other ways to channel their energy, and let them know like whether you mess up, whether you feel like it today, just keep going. That's really important in the community and Black communities too. Yeah. You know, because I feel like the whiter counterparts, they equipped to stuff like that. They out here creating stuff all the time. But like Black kids are not creating things because they don't feel like that they can. They just have it appeared. So encourage them like, look, it's not just about football. It's not just about basketball. These things will get you to where you want to go, but what's going to fulfill you? And I like that, just like you guys are coming out as men. You like, look, I'm a man that did football. I did that. Okay. I did college too. It ain't nothing to it. What you gonna do? Go and hurt yourself? You gonna go back to class? I can't even get you to go to class now. So
so I want to add to what you said. I want to add to what you said about the Black kids created things. I want to say that I think they are creating things. I think the thing is that they're not. Right. They're creating things more now, but they have to be in a position to where they own their creations. I think that's what we need to get to. Right. That's what we need to get to. That's what has not that knowledge, that financial literacy piece, that when you kind of put a kid in a position where they understand how to keep all their money, keep all their creations, or create a corporate veil when they get to the age of ours and they know how to create, you know what I'm saying, start an LLC, they know difference between an LLC and DBA, stuff like that. Like if we put that understanding into our youth, then that's gonna set them apart. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we can do a lot of things, man. I feel like the Black people are the talented, creative. Like we got like all these talents, but we end up getting sold out. We get distributed out. Right. So that's why I think that I'd love to be able to help our youth just kind of with that understanding, because for me, that's something that changed my mindset. And I know that the kids need it. We didn't get that in school, and we're not going to get that in school. They're not going to teach you that in school.
I like that you put that DBA, LLC, that like we can create all day. And that's why I was trying to tell one of my artists, like, you can create all day, but if you're not solidified, you're giving yourself an opportunity to get robbed. Right. People are going to see like, oh, that's that rock. They go look it up. Is he solidified? Especially if you out there every day. They're like, okay, can I own your name? You got your LLC. You know, they're gonna look up what you rep. And if it's not up there, people will wait till you get big, blow up, and then take everything. And that's why I stress to the artists all the time. I'm like, I play your music, but I gotta give rights to the owner. If you got this beat and it's copyrighted, now I gotta copyright, give the beat back to the owner, because you wouldn't want nobody to take yours and be like, this is mine. You know what I'm saying? Display it to the world. I don't care if you put a nice little hook on there or you rap some verses on there. The beat, though, it's not yours. So say, this is my song, but this beat goes to this person. Like, give that credit back, because I feel like you said, we're out here creating, but we don't know. And then you get big enough and people will take from you. We don't even know we get robbed until it's too late. And that shows you like NWA, Aaliyah, all these other artists that came out. They literally was getting robbed not knowing something. You know what I'm saying? That lack of knowing. Now you got the technology to know.
Yep.
Thanks.
You go look up a DBA and see how much it is in your state. You go look up an LLC and see how much it is in your state. Researching it and asking that guy with a degree, hey, you got a degree. Can you help me with a DBA? Can you help me with an LLC? They gonna go figure it out because they know what you're talking about. So
Big
being
facts.
verbal, saying I need that help, I think in the black community is worthy too, because a lot of us don't speak. We used to told like in the household, do what your parents say. So a lot of us used to closing our mouths. So now you got to speak up and say it. Not being that little quiet boy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I've been that little
Yeah,
quiet
big
boy.
facts.
You gotta come out that
Big
shell.
facts. Big facts.
Jerell is the
Big
prime
facts.
example. Me too, bro. I didn't speak a lot either. Now you can't even shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Like, positive energy all day. What's up?
All day, all day.
Yeah, so hey, we're not gonna speak too much on those future projects, but I know when you guys throw them out there, I'm gonna be out there supporting. I'm gonna have to get some of that gear. Be like gear, man. We gotta exchange merch, man. We gotta show each other
Gonna
love
get
and
you
just
right. Yeah, we gonna get right.
spread positive
We gonna
energy,
get
man.
right.
Always, always. So hey, before you guys get out, like we're gonna talk about a few more things, man. I know if y'all not getting power right now, if y'all not walking away with so much value, y'all didn't come to the PG podcast to get no value, man. I don't know what y'all came for. Because we ain't got no chicken to give out. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no candy to give out. We energize the mind with energy. And Jerell
Yeah.
and Kerry came with the Be the Light podcast. And they showing out, bro. So if y'all not encouraged right now, look, just wait till the podcast over and replay it. That's all. Repair it, man, because we gonna show
Straight
you
up.
value all day. All right. So what two gurus like yourself, what you guys study to be able to give back resources? Like I know books, I read a lot of books. So what's some books that you guys read or study that helps you build your knowledge?
Kerry, you got it.
Hey.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
oh no, well, The Alchemist is actually a book I read too, but not just books. I study people, and
Mm,
I
okay.
always told Kerry used to always laugh at me, but I always study Nipsey. I ain't gonna lie.
Nipsey
Nipsey
Like
Hussle.
Nipsey,
was a
man.
influence in my life. So like even before he died, I used to like watch his YouTube and just how he spoke. Like he did what he did. He said he was a crip or whatever, but he always just he wanted to do more for his community. He wanted to
Right.
act different. He's like, hey, just because I'm a crip don't mean that I got a gang bang. I can show people. I can help my community. I can build other people. So he
Right.
was him and my boy. I used to always watch Kobe. I mean, just being the
Kobe.
sports guy, just having that mentality. I hated to lose. I still hate to lose. So if you hate to lose, you're gonna put out good quality stuff.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to just put out a podcast and everybody gonna be like, oh, it's all right. You want it to be great. So everything I do, I mean, even with school and everything, I just try to be great. So I read books, but I like listening to people talk. I always learn from. I'm auditory. So if I hear something great, uh, Eric Thomas, and I'll
Hey,
tell her, yeah.
love Eric.
But a lot of podcasts.
Yo,
I know we're doing podcasts, but I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Okay.
Try to just get a lot of knowledge from that. So
There's other ways to fuel the mind than just reading, you know. But people want to know if you
yeah,
read books. What books do you read? If people know you do podcasts or when you're a motivational speaker, like how do you get that energy going? Like you're not doing it by
man.
yourself all day, every day.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, of course,
Ooh,
right? We talked about that at the park when you
yeah,
saw you reading The Alchemist. I said Think and Grow Rich is next.
yep.
If you hadn't had it, but I knew you had it. I knew you was on that. That's
I
like
got
a
that
it's
book
like
to
like a
inside
gamut
out.
of
That's
yeah, it's
one
like a
book
gamut of
inside
books
out,
that
bro.
yeah. That there goes that one. And then man, like right now, I really listen to like Ash Cash podcast is one of my favorite ones right now. Ash Cash, Inside the Vault. You know about that one?
Haven't heard them. I'm gonna check it
Ash
out.
Cat. All
Nash
right.
Cash.
Tap into that one. Earn Your Leisure. I tap into Earn Your Leisure pretty frequently. You heard of Earn Your
I
Leisure?
heard that one.
I tap into I tap into that one. I tap into The Secrets to Success by Eric Thomas. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Eric Thomas is the GOAT. And him and CJ and Jamal and all them, they be tapped in.
mhm.
And I mean the thing is with books for me is I read a lot of different types of books. Like I'm
Right.
just an avid reader in general. So I just read just to kind of get more information about all types of different things. Like the last book I read actually was from Dave Ramsey. It was Money Management. Y'all probably didn't see it at Walmart, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because at this point in my life, I'm trying to get my funds right, get my financial literacy set up so that when we get this business where we want to scale to where we want to be at, we're not losing money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to make sure that I'm equipping myself with the knowledge to to be able to sustain. And I used to be more so on the manifestation reading and saying laws of attraction. I've read so many books on that, but I feel like I can supplement that, but I'm getting my weak areas stronger now. That's what I find. So I find anything that's on financial literacy, because I know for me that's not my strongest point. Anything on stocks, not my strongest points. Anything on real estate, not my strongest points. And what that does is it inversely makes me stronger in my strong areas, because now I'm working out that part of my mind that I don't normally use.
Right.
So I just love to learn. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm a reading teacher. So, that's just my thing. Like, I just read, and podcast, man. Positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Like the podcast we on right now, stuff. Like, I already subscribed. I'll be tapped in ours, of course. Y'all need to tap into what we got going, because
some fire over there,
you
bro.
tap into if you tap into positivity, the thing is, it's gonna eventually show up in your life. Like, you can't do nothing but ingest the content and start to speak some of that language. It start coming out of your mouth, and what's coming out your mouth, it's inside of you. So
it's inside of you. So is there any laws of attraction manifestation book that you guys could recommend for anybody that like, hey, these guys has pumped me up on this podcast, let's start looking into this? Is there any books that you recommend to start off with?
Any books I recommend to start off with?
I feel like The Alchemist is one that could be.
I was about to say, I read that a long time
laws
ago.
of attraction one.
Yeah, we didn't promote it. We promoted that one enough. I feel like it's a very it's a very easy read. Yeah, it's a very easy read. It's only like 100-something pages, right? Sure, I think you got it around there somewhere.
That book is
that
done.
everybody. Yeah, that book, and it's powerful too, man. So it's like easy read for people that don't like to read like that. Another thing too, man, get on Audible and just search a topic.
Yes.
People that don't got Audible, get you an Audible account, just search a topic and let that thing play for 8 hours, and you're gonna finish a book like that. Like right now, I'm on a book called The Kundalini, which is actually about shadow work. It's about shadow work and being able to dig inside yourself, and then the laws of attraction, manifestation. That's something that I would say everybody else should tap into as well, to practice that shadow work and really dig inside yourself. But I read. Dog, I read a lot of books.
I'm definitely gonna get
Rich Dad
your library, man.
I read a lot of books.
So and me too. I'm gonna tap inside y'all library. That Kundalini, I've never heard that one, so that's gonna be fun. I'm on my book number 7 for the year, so I'm I was gonna read a total of 25 books for the year. I'm like, let's ump it. Last year I wrote a total of 10. I'm like, let's ump it, 15 more. So that's gonna be one of mine. Like, hey, I like to know what other people are reading so I can tap in. And I've never heard of Kundalini. So if we talk about shadow work,
Kundalini, yeah. Kundalini. Kundalini. Yeah, the Kundalini.
There's some meaning behind that one. What that means, Kundalini.
It's like the practice of shadow work. It's the practice of shadow work. It's like kind of like the Eastern civilization, what they tap into to be able to kind of strip themselves and get down to the core of who they really are, and manifesting, man, just stripping out to the very minute details of what you want in your life and how to kind of get that and achieve that. So at a high level.
I'm definitely gonna tap into that. And like you said, especially tap into the BEALIGHT podcast, man. There's so much fire going on there. You already know you can tap into the P.E.G. podcast. It's always fire. So before you guys go, you guys been blowing my mind, man. Y'all gave so much light. Look, leave a message. I want both of y'all individually leave a message that when people think about Jerell, when they think about Kerry, and they think about BEALIGHT podcast, hey, what is something that you guys say? Look, I'm gonna leave you a message, and the next time you think about giving up, think about Kerry, think about Jerell.
And you just said what I was gonna say. Never give up. It's a point when people think they hit rock bottom. Where can you go? How much lower can you go to rock bottom? So
you down there now.
You gotta go up. When people depressed, they sad, they don't think they can do it. I just never give up, because we always say you beating that rock, you hitting that rock. You didn't hit it 999 times.
Yeah,
you throw the thing, you throw your hammer away, and you run away. Next person hit it one time, and that's the gym right there. They found the goal right there. So hey, every time you think about giving up, hey, pray about it. Write some stuff down, write some positive affirmations. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. I'm always, if it's a second on the clock, I'm playing hard as I can.
Hey.
Put it in athletic terms.
Yeah.
I've been down by 14 points in the fourth quarter, 21 points in the fourth quarter, and we come back and win the game. Because we never gave up. We never gave up. So yeah.
I tell people all the time, like, give it one more day. If you gave up today and today didn't turn out the way you want, give it tomorrow.
Give it
Please
tomorrow.
give it one more day, because that may be the day that you're looking for. Like I said,
Exactly.
look at the time. You're an athlete, so you know every second count. So you like, I gotta bust my ass every second. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not athletes; they gamers, they're drawers, right? And a lot of times, I know drawing takes time. It takes more time than well, I say more time than practice, because practice can go all day in football, basketball too. They can run you up and down the court all day. You know, but probably if you're drawing or you're doing animation and you just can't figure out that creativity right now, like give it one more day. Because that's pretty sure when you started football, you didn't know where you wanted to go, or even if you did, you was like, man, he's better than me. I need to get to where he at. So you started to grow and elevate. So if you're right now in that midst, like you said, and you haven't figured it out, man, don't give up, because you're gonna figure out. So if you give up right now, the only thing you guarantee is you're never gonna figure it out. There you go. Steve Harvey said that the best. He said, if you give up right now, you guarantee a no.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then the one thing I leave everybody with, man, is start one thing and finish another thing every single day. And that's separate things, man. So start one thing and then finish something else every single day. So if you start doing that, then you're gonna see a lot more things happen in your life, because you're starting to make things happen. You becoming an executor. So now you're not just talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? You're not just telling people what you're gonna do or telling people about yourself, but people see in your life. So
Mhm.
that's what I would leave everybody with.
That man, that remind me of that Les Brown. Les Brown, he say you gotta start to finish.
Yeah.
You can't finish if you never start. So hey, it
100.
goes along with that. You gotta definitely start first, and like you said, finish it today and pick it up tomorrow and keep
Yeah.
going, because your process, your growth is on you. And I love this, man. We definitely gotta come back again, man. We gotta bring
Yeah,
some more
100.
light to people. Do
Hey,
more collaborations.
you gonna come on our podcast too now. Now
Let's
we're gonna have to get
go.
you back on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to tap back in with you, short. Yeah, we
Guys
gotta
gotta
tap back in
hey,
with you when we
let's
yeah.
go, man. We tag teaming. Whatever you guys need, I'm here. Hey, everybody know that if you guys have not already got the fire, hey, where can they go follow you at? They know on the podcast, Be the Light, but where you
Yeah.
can follow in your social. Shout your social out.
Man, shout out to the social. So we got the Instagram is at Be a Light Podcast. So go ahead and tap in with us there. Tap in with us on Facebook. So it's at Be a Light PC. That's a Facebook group. We also on Twitter. So that's at Be a Light 17. So that's at Be a Light 17. We on TikTok as well at Be a Light Podcast. So and then we got the podcast on YouTube. So Be a Light Podcast on YouTube. And
All
Like
over.
and subscribe.
yeah, like and subscribe. Please drop a comment. Let us know what y'all think, man. We
Mhm.
love the fans. Anybody that's tapping in that's already tapped in before, we love y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. Y'all motivate us. We do it for y'all. We trying to be able to spread light all over the globe. So
Always, man. I like to
100.
people all the time. I don't care if you didn't hear it today, you didn't hear it tomorrow. Me, Kerry, and even my man with the beards, Jerell, man. Hey, we love y'all, man. He gonna
Yeah.
come out with the berry bomb, be the light. Hey,
No,
I can
that's
smell
already
it.
done.
I ain't got no
That's
beard,
already
man, but
done.
I know it smells good, bro. I can feel it. I
Yeah, it
can,
smell like juices, African juices and berries. That's
yeah,
African juices and berries right there. Yeah, that's the African juices and berries you got in
yeah,
that
so
thing.
y'all be on the lookout for those new projects they got hidden coming up soon, man. I'm definitely gonna come cop a gear. Go cop the gear. Reach out to them, show support, show love on their social. And again, if you ain't here today, tomorrow, hey, me on the PG podcast, Shard, Jerell, and look, my man's Kerry came on the Be the Light podcast. We love y'all, and you can't do nothing about it. I don't care if you hate us. We love you today, tomorrow, and every day to come, man. And I appreciate you guys coming to bring so much light to the podcast. Y'all living up to every expectation y'all see on your podcast. And it's such a blessing, man. So I appreciate it. I love you guys. And we're gonna run it up together, man. I appreciate everything, y'all. Hey,
Thank
y'all
you
be
so much,
good,
Char. We
man.
appreciate it. We
Already.
appreciate it
Always, man.
already.